Hey brethren, so this is the fifth video about G chords, and in this one we're going to be talking about the fifth chord, which is D, which looks like this. Now the biggest struggle with this one, and it's kind of ironic that with other chords in this one, for example G or C, you might struggle with reaching out, but this one the struggle is knowing where to put your fingers, alright, and then keeping them together. So with this one, you have to make sure that, because they're so close together, you might be confused about where to place your fingers, like, oh, does it go here or there or here, you know, stuff like that. So we're gonna take a slow down where to put your fingers, and then what it sounds like. Middle finger goes on the high E string on the 2nd fret, and it sounds like this. Alright. Your pointer finger will go on the G string, same fret, so they're both 2nd fret. So this is how it sounds. Alright. And then your ring finger, which is the one that most people get tricked up about, is on the B string, 3rd fret, and it sounds like this. Alright. So if I play each individual note again, so middle finger, 2nd fret, E string. And then pointer finger, 2nd fret on the G string, and then 3rd fret on the B string with your ring finger. Alright. And so when you strum this chord, make sure that you don't get these top two ones here. You strum starting on this one, on the D string. So if I strum it, that's how it sounds like. And what it sounds like when you have all these other strings in it, it sounds too muddy, so you don't get the clear sound that you want. If this is the clear sound, if you get all these in, you start to lose the identity of the D chord, so you want to strum all the way from here. You want to make it clear that you're playing the D chord and not something else, alright? And another way is thumb placement as well. So you can see, like with the key C, my thumb is all the way up here, but it's also dependent on where you're comfortable with for your hands. For example, when I was starting out and practicing, my thumb would be all the way like halfway. My thumb would be all the way half here. Instead of just being here, it would be all the way down here, just so I could get the flat platforms I'm talking about and not touching other strings. Right? But it all depends with time, and then as you get more comfortable with just putting your hands there, you can confidently strum it. And another thing to take note of is that I'm keeping my pinky finger under here. I'm not keeping it near to here, or I'm putting it near to the other string. I'm keeping it right here. The reason for that is if I want to move to a different chord, it's kind of awkward for me to have to pull away from my ring finger and switch to another one. For example, if I go from D to C, it feels too clunky having to move both my ring finger and my pinky. So I keep it just here, just in case if I need it, but it's not in the way of the high E string, right? So make sure you're pressing down hard enough that you're concentrating your energy to the tips of your fingers, not to here or to your wrist, but to your thumb and to your the tips of your fingers, so that you're pressing down hard enough and that you're getting no buzz of the strings like this. Alright. So try to avoid the buzzes, concentrate the energy to your tips of your fingers, and then strum. And that's all you really need to know about playing the key of D and some of the tips that you might need. So those are some of the tips and tricks you might need to know about when we're playing the D chord. Just remember where exactly your fingers need to go, where to place your thumb, and to make sure you know what it really sounds like, where to strum, you know, starting here, not all the way up here. Alright, yeah, so that's how you play the D chord.